folks, again, welcome back to 3 Zen. Got another story about using the rudder in a 38. It could be beneficial when used properly. I'll say that. Anyway, that being said, this one day I'm up on a 4-ship. I'm number 3 at this time, and we're doing a straight-ahead rejoin. Uncle Marty, I call him Uncle Marty because he's a very dear friend. And I learned years ago that the term uncle in the Chinese language is a term of respect. And I have a great deal of respect for Uncle Marty. I don't want to get too far off track here, but to give you some background, Marty came to work for me in 1975. He was a first assignment IP, a FAPE. He came over to Vance from Moody. And we just kind of clicked right from the start. And I loved flying with that guy. I mean, I could get high just briefing the flight we were going to go on, get excited about it. We kind of fed off each other, and we just enjoyed flying with each other. Okay, that's enough said on that. So this one day, we're doing a straight-ahead rejoin, 4 airplanes. And the way we do that is we take lead aircraft. We got everybody lined up in echelon, lead a pitch out, and go 180 degrees. 4 seconds later, 2 will pitch out. 4 seconds later, 3 will pitch out. And, of course, you can figure this one out. It's not too hard. And so after 180 degrees, we all end up with a mile spacing between each other's aircraft. So I'm number 3. That means I'm 2 miles behind Marty. And what happens is, if Marty wants the guy number 2 to join on the right wing, he rolls right, left, right, and then straight ahead and calls Reno 17 flight, rejoin 2, take the right side. And so 2 comes on the right side, 3 comes on the left, and 4 comes on my left side then. Okay, you got the picture. So he gives the signal for a rejoin, and we're flying with some good students. We're in 4 ships, so they're just about to graduate, maybe 3 weeks from graduation at this time, perhaps. And I'm flying the rejoin because I wanted to, I guess. Anyway, I was bound and determined to get in before 2 did. Now, in rejoins, we would typically start out with 30 knots of overtake. So Marty's at 300, and number 2 comes chugging up with 30 knots of overtake. And toward the end of the program, they might even push it up to 50 knots of overtake. Well, I still wanted to beat them in. So I pushed the throttles up, and started picking up some smash. And I had probably 120 knots when I went by 2. I wonder what in the hell would 2 have thought it. As 2's coming in to lead, I've got probably 100 knots overtake, maybe 120, I don't know. And I'm thinking I might want to think about slowing this bad boy up. So I pull the throttles to idle and kick out the speed brakes, and I'm still going past them. Now what I do, one thing we would do is we'd put a full boot of rudder in, which turns the airplane sideways. The idea then is to get more of the airframe into the wind, if you will. And that didn't work either. You take a look at this jet, okay? This jet is so clean, it does not like to slow down. It likes to fly, as opposed to a tweet. Now, in a T-37, when you pull the power to idle, that airplane just drops. I mean, the nose just drops. This one, you pull the idle, it says, I don't care, it just keeps going. Anyway, so now I got the speed brakes down, I got full right rudder in, and I'm pulling back on the stick to try to slow it up, to cross control it, to try to slow it up, and that's not working worth a damn. And I go smoking by Marty, and I could just feel it. As I go by him, now I don't want to be out in front of the formation, so I roll into 120 degrees of bank and pull away. But 4 must have been, I never talked about it. 4 must have been sitting back there, what the hell's that moron doing? Anyway, I didn't count on blowing by him. Anyway, as I rolled by Marty, belly up into my escape plan away from the formation, I hear the mic button click, and Marty says, "Oh, Bewdy." Oh, God. I just cringed as I went down. I'm starting to laugh, but I just cringed. trying to shine my butt, and I screw it up. Anyway, from then on, Old Bewdy became part of my legend, I guess, or legacy, whatever it was, to the point where at one time I had Old Bewdy license tags. But I can still hear that cost. Oh, Bewdy. So anyway, that's another use of the rudder that sometimes didn't work. I used to feel bad about that. Well, I did feel bad about it. That's not something you want to show students, but wasn't long after that we went to a Thunderbird show up in down in Oklahoma City, and at that time they were flying T-38s. And during one of the maneuvers, the solo came in to join the formation, and he came in with bags of smash, overshot, just like I did. And I could see the boot of rudder going in and speed brakes and so forth. It didn't matter. 38 don't care. It wants to fly. And after that, it didn't fly. I didn't feel so bad. Anyway, just another glimpse of my humanness, I suppose, and my ham-fistedness. Good to see everybody here today. And I wouldn't recommend 120 knot overtakes on straight ahead rejoins in a 38. Or if you do, you better pull it back sooner than I did. Take care, guys.